It gave me the biggest sense of purpose I'd ever experienced in my life.
What I've heard many times is a veteran felt so purposeful in their time in the military, which is understandable. Many times they were in charge of millions of dollars worth of equipment, more importantly in charge of other people's life. And when they came home and took that uniform off, all of that has been stripped away. That's a major transition from I feel safe, and I hear this many times, I felt safer in combat than I do walking the streets of my hometown because no one here has my six.
My name is Jake Saltzman. I was in the United States Marine Corps, 0311 Infantry Rifleman. I was in from 2008 to 2013.
My name is Adam Kinosh. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in Afghanistan twice.
I'm David Malsby, Executive Director of the PTSD Foundation of America. We are at Camp Hope. It is the 5-acre campus of transitional housing program serving our veterans dealing with combat-related post-traumatic stress. As we do that, we deal with all other traumas and mental health issues while they're here, and it's all at absolutely no cost to the veteran or their family.
I've been here it's been a little over a year.
I've been here this is my 7th week.
When we opened the doors in 2012, the statistics were telling us that 1 out of every 3 adult homeless person in Houston was a military veteran.
I showed up here not doing well. I came from being homeless.
And of course, the number of suicides that have been published through the years have varied greatly, but we want to do everything we possibly could to help lower that number.
When Camp Hope found me, I was in Montgomery County Jail looking at some serious time due to my addiction and my decisions. Felt like such a failure. I almost put myself in the ground.
For Camp Hope, generally when a veteran comes here is basically their last stop. They had gone through multiple different modalities of treatment. They'd gone to the VA, they had gone to programs, and they still just could not go forward. They still had no hope. And then someone tells them about Camp Hope, and they'll say, well, the only reason I'm going is say I went and did it. It's my last box to check before I take matters into my own hand and in my life. That's not every single case, but it is often the case. Our very first goal is, of course, to just keep the veteran alive through the night. Let's get through the night, the stress, and whatever it is that's got them in a very dark spot. And then in the morning, we can begin to unpack how we got here and what happened and how do we not only deal with that, but how do we go forward and make sure that doesn't happen again. In our organization, we support our veterans with a peer-to-peer program. That's one veteran who's come through the program, turning around and helping the next veteran.
I was a resident at Camp Hope. I got here around July of 2022, and I graduated February of 2023. And I was lucky enough to get a position here.
In addition to that, we have a wide array of modalities, including things like equine therapy, art therapy. It's also supported through licensed professional counselors, LCPs, with a lot of different professional help that we're providing to our veterans and to their families, again, at no cost.
This energy when I came here, when I showed up, it was such a welcoming environment.
I have formed relationships here closer than anybody I had formed while I was in the military.
The guys that are helping you in this program are veterans themselves, victims of terrible traumas in war, substance abuse issues, and they've been through this program and they've graduated and they came back and they wanted to help others, and they really care.
To be able to help the vets that were in the position I was in, where they feel like there's no hope and they just want to give up. To be able to be there and show them not only is there hope, but they don't have to do this alone, and be able to walk this path with them, it just gives me something I've never experienced.
I wish there was 100 Camp Hopes. I think this is probably the greatest program, certainly in America.
Being here, it showed me a new path. It showed me that there's an opportunity to have a sense of purpose again. I feel more full, my cup is full. I'm more full than I've ever been. I'm experiencing a peace and happiness that I didn't think was possible.
This place gave them the opportunity to once again have hope when they didn't think that would ever happen. And if we can just crack that door to provide hope, maybe I can get better, maybe I can live a happy life again. That's what we're looking for.
I am 100% convinced that if it wasn't for Camp Hope, I wouldn't be here right now.
Faith gives me strength, but hope, I can look to the future with positive anxiety, I guess, if that's a thing, you know, as opposed to I had nowhere to go. I had nothing, no one to help me.
Hope to me is being able to stay in the fight, you know, have the will to stay in the fight, have the will to keep pushing and keeping one foot in front of the other, you know. Having hope is one of the key ingredients to the recipe of why I'm even sitting here right now.